What's going on with y'all? It's Polo. Back at y'all again with another one. Um, y'all hit the like, hit the sub, comment, do all of that. Um, and if you also want to come in, I'll send the link in a little bit. Man, look here. AD, when he is 100%, there's nobody on this earth that can that can contend with AD. Now, I'm not gonna say that he's fully recovered and fully healthy and all of that stuff, but AD was hooping and Drummond. I gotta give credit to what credit due. Drummond was hooping. Drummond act Drummond Drummond actually looked like Drummond when he was actually in somewhat a decent shape that that year that he was in Detroit. And LeBron, he came out to play too as well. The Suns, they they didn't back down though. They didn't back down in this game. Uh, I was extremely impressed with the way that they stayed in the fight despite with the loss. Unlike unlike the Clippers, who I'm gonna talk about a little bit later. But they did everything that they could to stay uh, in the game despite the Lakers coming out to play. And see, when the Lakers play like that, that like that's championship level basketball that they played. And Schroeder, I got to give credit to Schroeder too. Schroeder, Schroeder, if Schroeder could play like that, they they can actually do some damage. Now, the Suns, I think where the problem lies in. Shout out to Hitman X. I got to give a shout out to Hitman X for making this point. And I was looking at his video. If you're not subbed to Hitman X, I highly recommend that you sub to his channel. He brings a lot of great content. He is a Suns fan, and he was talking about CP3, you know, being 100% and or being less than 100%. If he's not 100%, then I'm I'm with Hitman. He should not be playing. He did what he could. He did it. He did a great job, but I don't think that Chris Paul wants to go out known as every time the playoff come he gets injured or every time at the right right when they at a great moment to actually will their team to victory, then all of a sudden he ends up he ends up getting hurt. We don't want to see that from CP3, and we don't want that to be his legacy or what he's known as. A player that comes up. He gets there, he gets close to being there at the promised land, ready to get the marbles, and then all of a sudden it's pretty much a waste of season or waste of championship level expectation because you don't got hurt. It has nothing to do with Chris Paul's talent. Make no mistake about it. Chris Paul is one of the best point guards to ever play this game. But if you don't have your health and you're not 100%, it doesn't mean anything. And that's what I was saying about AD. That's exactly what I was saying about AD. AD is a monster when he played. He came out from jump start, letting it be known that look, don't get that shit twisted. Don't get it twisted. I said time and time again. when AD isn't, to me, AD isn't like fragile or soft like 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 some people may think he is. I've said that he was. I'm guilty of saying that, but it's not like it's not like I'm not telling the truth, you know. But when he wants to be a force in that middle and actually wants to take control, just like he did from the beginning, there's no way that you could stop him. And then when he's being aggressive like he was, now I'm gonna talk about LeBron for just a sec. Look, LeBron was hitting some shots, man. Like I could not believe this motherfucker was coming out hitting these type of shots. Like I mean, this dude was doing fades and he trying to play like he fucking goddamn uh Kobe out in this bitch. I'm not saying he was, but he was actually, you know, doing some little Kobe like things, you know what I'm saying? But then on top of that, I like the way that, you know, he showed leadership. I like the way LeBron showed his leadership. I can't even front, man. As much as everybody gets on him and stuff, he really came out there. And the Lakers, they established the tone from jump start. Now Phoenix, they try to make a few runs, uh, particularly in the third, like around the third quarter, that you could see that Phoenix was trying to, you know, get back in that game and everything. But you know, the Lakers were playing pretty much off of emotion, and it was just it was just an absolute it was an absolute monster game for the Lakers. Another thing that we had to realize too is that Aiden, for even though you know he didn't play that good in the loss. I mean, even though he played good in the loss, you still got to give Aiden credit for what he was doing. Aiden is going to be something in this league if he stays at it uh, and keeps working. You know, uh, Aiden Aiden to me can be a premier big man in this league if he stays healthy and he keeps his mind focused. Uh, Last night, you know, Aiden had 22 points and 10 rebounds. Okay, even though he was a minus five on the floor, you know, uh, he shot 84.6 percent from field goal range. That's outstanding, man. That's outstanding. He did everything he could to try to keep the Suns in the game. Now I got to get on Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges. He played poorly, man. He didn't do that good. He just had 6 points. And was a minus 13. And then you know, Payne. I'm impressed with how Payne played. Now Payne, he did pretty good. He shot. He One thing that stood out to him is that for him he shot 42.9% from three. You know, and of course, you know, we can't forget the obvious D Book. But the reason why I didn't mention D Book is because he did, although he had 31 points, he had 4 turnovers. He had 4 turnovers, and he only shot 41% for the field. But the thing about it was is that he did everything he could to keep the Suns in it. Uh, Anthony Davis, 34, 30, 34, 34, 10 and 7 to go along with 3 blocks and 1 steal. Then you had LeBron. I'm sorry. Before I get to LeBron, let me say this about Drummond. Drummond was a +5. He had 15 points. He had 12 rebounds and shot 63.6 from field goal range. That's how Drummond should play. You know, can't forget about LeBron. Had his 23, 9 and 4. Uh, you can't forget about Dennis Schroeder. He had 24. And you can't forget about uh, the job that with the combination of Caruso. I would say Caruso, Gasol made a good contribution. While their points didn't stand out, they did things on the court that you'll look at it and you'll be like, man, that play right there was very important, especially like the way that Caruso was jumping in, fighting. He didn't play that much. He only played about 18 minutes, but every time that he was in there, he made a good contribution. Gasol, him coming in there, giving the lift as a veteran, I thought that was very key. I thought that was very key for them, and they needed. I'm not gonna lie, they needed Gasol to come in there, and they needed Gasol to come up in there. What's up? What's up, Trudy King? Yeah, I'll see you in here, boy. I'll see you in here, man. Uh, they needed him to be there when the time was right, and everybody was going down on Gasol. I was one of them. I said Gasol couldn't, shouldn't have been playing, but he's a savvy veteran that could make smart plays. So kudos to the Lakers. We got to see if they could continue this up. They got to go home. They got to get the win at home. Uh, if Phoenix, I will say this though, if Phoenix can still win at home, then you definitely know that Phoenix can win. Phoenix can win the series. It's without a doubt. Phoenix can win this series. I have no doubt in my mind that Phoenix can win this series. Uh, AD has to continue to play like this in order for the Lakers to win. I'm not saying that the Lakers are going to win the championship or anything like that because make no mistake about it, they still got a ton of work to do. This is just one game, just like with the Phoenix Suns. That was just one game. That was just one game. So I'm not gonna hop on it too much. If you want to hop in, if anybody wants to hop in and tell me about this and tell me how they feel, you're welcome to. But other than that, there's really nothing much to be said. But what I am going to talk about a little bit later, we're going to talk about the absolute destruction. And I'm sorry, True the King, man, but the Celtics. I don't know. I don't know what's going. I don't know if the Celtics should even show up to play. Really, I'm going to talk about them. Uh, True the King did say this. True the King did say this. He did say that. What's up to you? Salute to you, young. True the King did say that Danny Ainge needs to go, and I'm with him on that. I'm with him on that They should get somebody in there who is of Celtics caliber, uh, that really knows the franchise. In my opinion, somebody black. I don't think that's gonna happen, but we'll see what take place. You might want to call a guy like Rick Carlisle with the great job that he's doing with Dallas. People forget that Carlisle was a part of the Celtics. So I don't know what's going to take place with them, Young. But Young, what's your take on the game, man? Salute to you, Red Pill. I'll see you in here, and salute to you, Blackface, man. Go ahead, Young.
To me, I feel like I want to say Drummond. I want to say Drummond, bro. I would say AD because this game for AD was like more personal because I called it. I called. I said he's gonna go off. He's gonna go off when people when people saying, "Oh, he's gonna be soft and stuff." I said he's gonna go off after that. He's gonna use that energy. He's gonna use that as energy, and that's what he did. He made a statement like, "I ain't no soft player." You know, and you gotta get that. You gotta get respect. You gotta get that. You gotta get that respect from him. Definitely. Um, and you know, it's like it. Like, I had to get. Yeah, I would say that. I would say he just killed the Cook Suns because he got to take responsibility. He took the accountability for the game one loss and took a lot of maturity for you to do that as a superstar. Like, okay, I messed up in game one, but this is the next game, so I'm gonna go off. And that's what he did. You gotta. I give respect for that. And for the Suns, I thought they wasn't gonna win this game because Chris Paul. Chris Paul always be in and out. Is he gonna play or is he hurt? Then um uh then took too many threes. Chunk too many threes. I feel like and um, and definitely need to play Johnson more. Need to play Johnson more, and that's what I gotta say about that game.
Yeah, hey, Young. Let me ask you this. I'm gonna read these comments before I get to this. Clippers are getting killed by Dallas or floor spacing. KP 30 footed that. Hey, Rep here. I'm gonna talk about that later. Hopefully, Young, you pull up on that one because that's the stream that I'm gonna get out in the open. Boston needs to be talked about too. Those two right there, definitely pull up for those and
Uh,
everything. And I want to apologize to y'all for not going live last night. My son, he wasn't feeling too well or whatever, so I had to tend to that, man. I do apologize about not being live for that, but definitely I will be there tonight for the live. Blackface sport. Salute to you, TJ, once again or whatever. Um, Facts. That's a great idea for Boston. Yes, Danny Ainge needs to go. Young, didn't I say that? Danny Ainge needs to go.
right,
He needs to go. He's got to go. Get somebody in there like KG. I trust KG or Kevin McHale before I trust. Listen, people sleep on Kevin McHale. Kevin McHale, Young, am I lying? When he went to Houston, he had James Harden playing the best that he had ever played in his career. That's
right.
facts. That's
Mm-hmm.
facts. So you got a Hall of Famer like Kevin McHale that could come in that knows the franchise that done been to the promised land several times. He done been in the front office in Minnesota. Come on, man, what are you smoking? Look at RJ Guap, young. Oh, what did I told you? RJ Guap, look, I know, man. I know.
You ain't told me. You ain't told me nothing. You ain't told me
You know what I'm saying?
nothing.
RJ Guap already talking shit this morning, yo. Look
Nah,
at him.
you
Nah,
ain't told me. You ain't told me nothing. Shit.
hey, RJ Guap,
Let's keep
look.
that fact. Let's keep that fact. You ain't told me nothing. I already knew that. I already
Yeah.
knew.
Yeah,
Once
man.
they
Look,
call him soft,
look.
once they call that man soft, I said,
Uh,
oh yeah, he finna go off.
yeah.
I said next game he finna go off.
Right. Hey, you called it, young. Hey, young. Hey, look, I gotta give salute, double, triple dog salute to Young, man. He definitely did establish it. He checkmated y'all on that. He did say it. I also said it too. My thing was this. I said that either shut his ass down, or he needs to be like playing at that level, and he definitely came in. I was like, man, if he plays like that, nobody can beat him. Nobody can beat him. I think he was talking about Young. Remember when we was on the stream, he was talking about how he put up 42 and all that and stuff. But I think Mr. Mass had said this. Shout out to Mr. Mass too. He said this one time too. He said that even though AD would put up points and do all of that stuff, he still wasn't shooting well. You could put up a lot of points and get your stuff at the line and stuff like that. But as far as field goals and stuff like that, he just wasn't doing that. Memphis is going to surprise the Jazz if they win. Uh, in my opinion. Okay, hey, yeah, I'm gonna talk about the Memphis series a little bit later too. Red Pill. We trying to stay on topic for this point in time. Paul Pierce or Ray Allen would be a better GM than Danny Ainge. I don't know about Paul Pierce.
Neither.
Uh, hey, Red Pill, man. Hey, you been smoking? Hey, Young, has that motherfucker been smoking with Paul Pierce with strippers and drinking and shit? Because
Probably.
hey, yo, we already talked about this. Hey, if I think Lou and True the King was on that too. If you put a motherfucker like Paul Pierce in the front office, man, that motherfucker gonna be having Robert Kraft in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be having a massage parlor up in that motherfucker because they all in Boston up in there having a good ass time and shit like that. Hey, it
Right.
might work. Hey, yo, Pete Carroll. People don't know Pete Carroll used to party with his players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pete Carroll, USC. He let them players do what the fuck they wanted.
In the USC, yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Leonard, Reggie Bush.
Yeah. Reggie Bush, motherfucking what else they had on that squad? I forgot. They had that squad that year, but
it was other running back. I forgot.
but
Knight, and
yeah. Yeah, they man, but Pete Carroll. But what I'm saying though is like his coaching style really worked. It was kind of like if you do your dirt or whatever, just as long as you just show up to practice and stuff. But then again, you got some hardcore coaches like Greg Popovich and Coach Tibbs and all these other guys that say, okay, hey, look, we play this way. Pat Riley is known to be strict. Nigga, you got to follow a body percentage protocol over in that bitch, don't you, Young?
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? USC got hella fine women over there. Shout out to Pete.
Yeah,
Man, Red Pill.
California.
hey,
California.
hey, young man, Red Pill trying to talk. Hey, Red Pill feeling good. You can tell the Lakers won because that motherfucker, he feeling good now. Yesterday, he wasn't talking like this. Hey, those Lakers, they coming in feeling good. Look, and see, y'all motherfuckers didn't want to come in here when the Lakers was losing and all this other shit. Now y'all want to talk. Now look. Nah, it's all good, man. I fucked with you, Red Pill. But this was another thing, Young. I gotta ask you this too. I gotta get your perspective on this, and then after this, then I'll give you your closing thoughts, man, and then I'll get to the next one a little bit later. Um, do you think DeAndre Ayton has all the right tools to be a Hall of Famer. Look, I know y'all love Booker. I know y'all love D Book. Everybody comparing him to Kobe, which that's asinine. I got love for D Book, but he got to man. You got to definitely put in the work to say some shit like that. But DeAndre Ayton is what I'm focused on. Do you think that he could be a Hall of Famer?
Hmm. If he plays like that in the playoff, if he plays like that in the playoff, play regular season, start keep improving, and won some awards, and we be nominated with some awards, individually, and hopefully win some championships. Then yeah, he might come because he still got a lot of time. He's still young, so he still got a lot. So he still got a lot of time to um for his progress as an individual.
Right. He works out with, and you know was what I found for him to do. He works out with other big. He works out with Joel Embiid and Mo Bamba. I saw Mo Bamba. I seen Mo Bamba play. You know who Mo Bamba is, right, young?
Right.
Yeah, I seen that motherfucker play in person at UT. That motherfucker Mo Bamba, I thought when he came into draft going to Orlando, that motherfucker was going rip shit up because he was down here at UT, and I thought he was going to be ripping shit up. But he's a hard worker. Him, DeAndre Ayton, and Joel Embiid work out with each other in the off season. Aiden has to work on his motor. That's his flaws. More physicality to his game would definitely change his game. I disagree with you, Red Pill. He has a great motor. DeAndre Ayton was actually keeping them with a combination of D Book. Uh, he has a great motor. He has a great motor. He was contending with two bigs at the same time. He would contending with two bigs at the same time. Oh, young, what you think, man? How the fuck you think Drummond played? That's what I want to know. Cause everybody been know that Drummond up in there hit motherfucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
Nah,
shot.
nah,
You see
nah,
that shit?
no, nah. Man, he scored
Look, he
15.
didn't want me to say
He scored
that.
12 points. He scored 15 points and 12 rebounds.
hey, but guess what he was? He was a
Decent.
plus. He was a plus six.
Yeah, he was decent.
He was plus six. I like the way Drummond played. I like the way Drummond played. Hey, listen, young, we don't. They don't need. I'll say we. I'm not a Lakers fan, but
Right.
the people don't want to see Drummond. He don't need to score no 25 and get 25 rebounds and all that other stuff. As long as you make a decent contribution enough and you keeping the ball and everything, doing what you do and running the offense right when Schroeder is running it, you'll be straight. Now Schroeder, how you think he played?
He played very very good. No running, just driving to his right, keep making that layup, and then I really didn't understand. Like you can block that, and it's like he been fucking them up with that. He been
He was
messing up with them.
finishing, wasn't he, young? That motherfucker was finishing.
He was fucking them up with them layup, with that right hand layup.
Yeah. I'm like when Schroeder is playing like that, and Drummond and a combination of course AD and LeBron doing their thing, and LeBron that motherfucker I came front man. LeBron was doing some shit like that. I was like, what the fuck? This motherfucker and he running down the court like he really feeling himself. When they
Yeah,
doing that type of shit, it's like oh shit. Now we got a fucking series, man. So I'm definitely looking for
game
Phoenix.
three. Yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix to go out. You said Drummond is slow as shit. I mean, yeah, he's slow, but but I'll tell you this though, young and Red Pill, if he stays around Laker Nation like that, he's not gonna be like that. They're gonna work on his conditioning. He's not gonna be like that because he's gonna be around people like LeBron and AD who work out. You know, they're workaholics. LeBron is a workaholic, man. When it comes to his body.
Mm.
So, hey, look, um, I'm gonna go ahead shut it down. You got anything to say on this, Young? Because later on, I'm gonna get on these Clippers and Mavericks. I know you're gonna fire off on that shit right there.
Yeah, I
So
will. I'm gonna fire that off.
that's what he waiting
That's all
on.
I gotta say, man. I'm gonna fire that off.
He wait because I took a lot of heat. Hey, PSN. Hey, pretty boy. Shout out to pretty boy PSN. Hey, I told you about Luca. I told you 39, 7-7. Came back and did it again on your ass. I'm fucking with PSN. Nah, they beat them again. The Clippers are in trouble. That's all I'm gonna say. Save your energy, young. Hey, for y'all listening, y'all smash that like, hit that sub. This your boy, man. I'll be back a little bit later. Y'all be safe out there.